It is very orange, isn't it? So this is the Puma Speed 500 Ignite Nightcat. And yeah, funky. This is the first pair of Puma shoes that I've reviewed, so that's exciting, kind of. And the key thing about this is what a bargain. This shoe, or this pair of shoes, £30, which is like $40 US. That's a good shoe, as long as you like orange. Orange isn't the only colour this shoe comes in. That looks like good value to me. So, but it seems like good value. Is it good value? Well, let's get into kind of the basics. So you've got your fairly traditional mesh upper. It's got some little welded overlays over there to give it a bit of structure. Fairly traditional EVA foam. There is a bit more there sort of coloured in, and fairly traditional outsole. In fact, I'd say this sort of section of the outsole reminds me of what Nike do, but by the by. There's nothing radically new in the technology, to be frank, or the way it's delivered, but 30 quid. 30 quid. It has a 6mm heel to toe drop. It's a neutral cushioned shoe. The arch support is fine internally, nothing special, but again, it's kind of what you expect. 330 grams in my size, a UK size 11, which comes in at 11 3/4 ounces, but sizing wise, definitely half a size, at least half a size larger. You might want to go half a size, you might want to go a full size. It's a little bit tight across here. The fitting, yeah, well, try them on. Or if you buy them online, which is, you know, to be frank, what I did, because 30 quid, I thought, oh, it's a bargain, give them a go. Yeah, I wish I'd gone up half a size, maybe even a full size. Anyway, you get the gist. So we've established that at £30 and its normal price, or the price that it was advertised at as like an original price, was £90, which is, what's that, 120 US? Something like that, whatever the exchange rate is currently. So sort of not an upper premium shoe, but still got a sort of fairly, you know, high-ish retail price. So when you see it advertised at £30 or $40 US, you're thinking, wow, I'm potentially going to get a fair amount of shoe for the money here. I will say, if I'd have paid £90 for this, I think I would have been disappointed. But let's get into what I think is great and what's not so great about this shoe. Well, what's great, I love the styling. I know orange it's a fairly leery orange. This is not a subtle looking shoe, but I like it. Well, the camera won't pick this up, but there are like these silver flecks. So when the light hits it, it's not just orange, it's kind of got this sort of silver kind of sitting just underneath the mesh, which I think makes it look even cooler. I think, wow, yeah, it feels like it's got its own kind of style going on, which for a £30 shoe is great. The cushioning it's okay. It's kind of not a soft shoe. It's not super responsive. Again, from the cushioning point of view, for £30, I think it's good. For £90, I'd say it was bad. So again, I think we're going to have to put price as a major caveat, as the context, if you like, for where or how good I think this shoe is. I think this shoe is good for shorter distances. So if you are someone who doesn't have a big budget, and you know, shoes can be expensive and they don't last forever, that's total reality for many people. You want a nice shoe for a budget, maybe for park runs. You know, I wouldn't say this is a shoe that's going to be suitable for someone doing loads of mileage, but if you're doing the shorter miles and you want a budget shoe, this is maybe a good option. And I think that falls into the what's great category, because it's not all coffee and bacon sandwiches, my favourite breakfast. There are things that aren't so great. As I've mentioned, the fit, definitely, yeah, half a size to a full size. Across here, it feels a little bit tight. I would have liked a little bit more room for your toes to splay when you're running. I don't expect the moon on a stick when you're talking about a £30 shoe, but I think that they could do with just getting that sizing and general fit a bit better for maybe newer versions that they make. That would be lovely. The ride is not great. I mean, again, to criticise it, I'd say the ride is not great for a £90 shoe. £30 shoe, it's okay. You're not going to get this shoe and feel that you have got the bargain of the century. You're not going to buy this and think that you're getting a £90 shoe really cheap. You might want to kid yourself, but realistically, it feels like a £45 shoe that's been discounted down to £30. I think it is good value, but it's not a great shoe. It's a pretty good shoe. And as I say, I think if you do lowish mileage, you know, you're happy doing your 5Ks, which is great. Not everyone wants to do mega mileage, and you wanted a funky shoe, looking shoe on a, you know, tight budget. Yeah, it's fine. At £30, for me, it's a 4-star shoe. It's not amazing, but at £30, you gotta have fairly, you know, your expectations are gonna have to come down. You can't expect like a Hoka Clifton 4 or whatever it is for 30 quid. So I think with that in mind, yeah, 4 stars, you'd be fine. But if you do big mileage, then I'm sorry, I think you'll have to spend a little bit more money and just get something a little bit better. Something that's gonna look after you for those longer runs that you're gonna wanna do. But if you're just grinding out a few 5Ks and happy doing park runs, then yeah, great looking little shoe. Yeah, why not? Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.